Hey, how y'all doing out there? What's going on this morning? It's me, your homegirl, Ladosha, Wright, the author of Curly Hair Adventures and What They Don't Tell You at the Hair Salon and the Beauty and Barber Survival Plan. And I have convinced my customer to let me go live over her beautiful hair as we have a really good, candid, conversation this morning about, you guessed it, washing hair. So we got a few minutes, so I'm not going to take up much of your time. Good morning, Miss Veronica. How are you? We are going to just have a wonderful discussion. So peace to everybody in the chat, all right? How y'all doing out there? I hope y'all doing pretty good. Good morning, beautiful people. All these beautiful people coming in. Hey, good morning, Fendi. What's up? Y'all kind of Chanel? What's going on? I don't have that kind of mask, you know what I'm saying? All right, okay. So how y'all doing out there in the Facebook world? We are going to have a wonderful discussion about, how to shampoo, why you should shampoo hair, who should, who shouldn't. So this was a hot topic yesterday in the hair salon. So it was a hot topic on three standpoints. So one, the hot topic is that a lot of salons, I guess, get my mask right, they're saying that they don't shampoo hair anymore. So people are complaining about going to hair salons and, nobody's washing hair anymore. So that's one. And then two, the whole issue of should you come to the hair salon with clean hair or dirty hair? And then number three, what should you do to your hair at home? So let's start off with the topic of, hair salons no longer washing hair. Now, I'm going to be honest. I'm not familiar with hair salons that no longer wash hair. I'm not familiar with that. But I do know that there are salons, we offer it here too, to help speed up the process of braiding if you come to the hair salon with the hair cleansed and blow dried. Now, cleansing the hair salon means combed out and flake free. So you can't have debris in the scalp, on the scalp, in the hair before you get your braid service. So that's about the only thing I'm familiar with. But as far as hair salons no longer washing hair, I don't know. The shampoo is the foundation of a beautiful hairstyle. So I'm not quite sure what that's all about. But I can tell you that in the Reverence Design team, we pride ourselves on providing what I personally think, and I hope my customer can testify over this while we're using her as a supermodel, that we do the best damn shampoos in the industry, okay? So I'm just, y'all know I got a little potty mouth this morning. So we pride ourselves, no, seriously, on offering wonderful shampoos because it's all about the experience and getting the hair clean. So that's the only thing I can say about that. I don't know that is a practice here in Ohio. What I can tell you is that the state of Ohio says that, we have to provide services on hair that's clean. So you can't come into the salon with hair unclean. I don't know about other states, and I'm not saying that the state board is going around enforcing that per se, but it is the law that, we have to be clean. And so we do pride ourselves on offering the most phenomenal shampoo that you can ever have in your entire shampooing experience, all right? So next topic is, I'm going to swing my camera around. Thank you so much for the compliment in the chat. I appreciate that, okay? And of course, that compliment is coming from a real person who comes to the Reverence Design Team Hair Salon, all right? So here we go. Let's talk about the next topic of, should I come to the hair salon with my hair clean, or should I come to the hair salon with my hair standing all over my head with, cornflakes coming off of it and potato chips falling everywhere with gel crusties all over the place? Or should I just kind of prep the hair a little bit? So the answer is that depends, okay? So some people are not hair people, and for whatever reason, we know that culturally, some people were not allowed to do their hair. They wasn't taught how to do their hair. So it is not uncommon that people will come to the hair salon with what we might call heavily soiled hair. Now, most salons are going to charge a little extra for that because that's not in the scope of the regular salon visit. So that can very well be. Now, if you say, well, I don't want to pay y'all for a clarifying or a detangling service, there are some things that you can do to help get the best bang for your buck. And then, of course, you're definitely going to have a more beautiful hairstyle, hair color service, or chemical service. So when it comes to the chemical service, some people, they actually question, you know, should I come to the hair? I didn't comb my hair, I didn't wash my hair because I didn't think I had to, I didn't think it was important. Now remember, hair is skin. So just as you wouldn't go to the makeup artist with a dirty face, you don't want to come to the hair salon with heavily soiled hair where you want to get a chemical service, be it a relaxer or hair color, because the oil and the dirt will prevent the product, you know, the chemical from working effectively. So this is why cosmetologists say you know, 2 to 5 days before you get your hair serviced, you want to make sure that it's clean, okay? So that's number one. Number two, then you also have people who, they have problem scalps, like they may have dandruff, eczema, psoriasis, you know, those types of scalp disorders. So you can prep the hair, which is what my guests use, with a pre-cleanser called Scalp Therapy. Now, there are so many on the market. I'm not trying to sell you guys anything. I'm just trying to help you out. So this one here is by Deca Plus, and it's Scalp Therapy, and you put this on the hair the night before you come to the shampoo. So it's gonna go on the scalp, and then you can also put a little bit on the hair. So let's talk about why these things are important. So that retails, it starts, depending on where you live at, the price of that starts at about 15 bucks, not bad, okay? Then you also have these little sprays that you can put on the scalp and spray it, you know, before you come in. So, or a sea breeze is another, you can do sea breeze. Or you can also use your favorite essential oil mixed with a carrier oil, okay? So these are very good ways to prep your hair. Now, the reason being, so here's what they don't tell you at the hair salon. Now, I am trying to sell my book. I'm going to keep it 100 right there, okay? So my book is available on Amazon and at Wright Books. So let's give you guys a little visual here. So here is what's happening, you know, with the hair and the scalp when you wait a very long time to clean it. So the longer you go without shampooing your hair, what's going to happen is you're going to get a buildup of yeast and product on the scalp. Now, what they don't tell you at the hair salon is that regular shampoos that we use in hair salons, they're not really formulated to remove that kind of debris. So you're gonna need a special shampoo to get buildup off the scalp. Now, she doesn't have any, but I'm just using this as a visual, okay? So that's one. Two, also the hair is gonna get coated. So when people talk about I'm losing my texture, my hair is tearing, my ends are looking pretty bad, I just had them shaped up, and they still look really bad. So we know if you are infrequently shampooing your hair, so infrequent shampooing is anybody that's waiting beyond 7 days. So the longer you go without shampooing your hair, you're going to promote hair thinning, you're going to promote your edges coming out, you're going to promote loss of texture, and you also got to keep in mind that as we age, we naturally lose texture to our hair. So you don't want to exacerbate that situation, all right? So that's really important. So when you're cleansing the hair, you want to make sure you put the cleanser on the scalp. A lot of people like to just take it back, you know, and just get it on there. You see, ain't nothing going on the scalp, nothing. And so when you have textured hair, that most certainly is going to be a problem, because when the scalp isn't clean, you know, you guys are complaining. What's your name? You might want to refill that up. Okay. Excuse me. So when you have the scalp that's not really clean, you know, the challenge is the hair, again, it becomes coated and you just can't get the stuff out. When you have textured hair likes to kind of fold back to the scalp. So you can't just take the cleanser and slap it on top, because what'll happen is when you go back, you know, to your to the bathroom mirror and begin to blow dry your hair, or in the instance you're a hairstylist, you'll part the hair and you know what you're gonna see? Yeast on the scalp or dandruff. You're gonna see that, oh my God, I did all this scrubbing and the scalp isn't even clean. And that's because if you do it this way, you see what's happening? Your thumbs and stuff is on top. And all you're doing is really smearing this dirt around. The soap molecules, they carry away the dirt. They don't clean the hair and the scalp. What's cleaning the hair and the scalp is you using a scrubbing action. So you have to get on the scalp. This is called shampooing. And this is technically a scalp massage, okay? But a scalp massage, this feels good, doesn't it?
Yes.
It feels good. You can do all you want to, but you see where I'm at? I'm still only on top. I'm not really getting to the scalp. And then I'm tangling up the hair. Look at that. That's just, that's ratchet. So this is when people start to hate it. Now, if you don't have texture, and if you don't have very long hair, then the traditional modality of shampooing, it's going to be okay. But if you have texture in your hair, or if your hair is very long, you don't want to do that. Now, I know y'all like, girl, you tripping. You tripping real hard, because that's the way we've been getting our hair washed, and I got hair on my head, and my grandmother got hair on her head. Well, that's good for you, but I'm telling you, in this hair salon, we see a lot of people who don't have their hair, and the hair is compromised because of that technique and that practice of infrequently shampooing. Now, we know that that's a cultural practice for some people. So I'm African American, and in my culture, meaning my subculture of people, I'm not saying all black people do this, but in my subculture, every 2 weeks, you know, was the norm. Now, in the culture of my home, we didn't do that. My mom cleansed our hair every week. But I do know that a lot of people in the African American culture, they pride themselves on going to the salon every 2 weeks to get their hair done. And that kind of makes sense for a hairstyle. But when you're talking about hygiene, which is what this is all about, that's two different conversations. So paying someone to style your hair every 2 weeks, we get that. But to use that hair styling service in lieu of what you could be doing at home or should be doing at home, you're going to have some problems with your hair in the long run. So you don't want to do that. And we appreciate the Kendra and Ladosha wash. That's right. I like the way you put that. It's the hair wash, okay? So you want a Kendra and Ladosha wash, which we do offer shampoo-only services. We have lots of customers who just come to the salon for us to literally shampoo their hair. They're either gonna go or we just blow dry it, put a braid in it, because we teach our guests to lower their standards of beauty. You know, trying to look like this all the time, everybody can't do this. This might be too much work. It looks simple because my hair is already straightened out, but it takes me 2 days to get my hair to look like this. 2 entire days, because I have a lot of texture. So when I first get my hair done, y'all don't see me going live immediately afterwards. Y'all see me the next day because I gotta wrap it. You know, it takes some work to get to this. So everybody's texture and type is different. So again, let's just kind of recap this. So we're putting the cleanser onto her scalp, and now we're going to wash, as the young lady in the chat is saying she likes the hair washed. And so we're gonna get to that shampoo, because I know what y'all saying. Well, then where the shampoo come in there? Hold the underwear, hold the panties, y'all. We're gonna get there, all right? But first, we gotta make sure that the scalp is really, really clean. And so as you can see, this way is actually a lot more easier. That whole difficult to manage is coming from using the wrong products, the wrong tools, the wrong technique. So this is the right comb, no pun intended, all right? And this is the right technique. There you have it. Now, if the hair is heavily soiled, you're gonna need a pre-cleanser, or if you just wanna prevent that, you can get some Deca Plus Scalp Therapy, or you can use some essential oils, or you can use like a scalp pre-cleanser or sea breeze, something like that to help begin to lift the fibrin and dissolve this stuff off of the scalp. So this is going to help. I can't think of a hairstylist who would not appreciate someone coming in with the hair, you know, pretty clean and having to really give you a shampoo, and we'll talk about why. Just like your dentist. Dentists like when we come to the dentist with our teeth, you know, washed and, brushed, and then they can go ahead on and do their thing. And so now I'm concentrating around her hairline because we want to get all of the debris off. And now her hair is nice and clean, and I'm working that. You can work the cleanser down to actually get the hair clean. So the objective, this technique is called toosing, Toosing. Toosing, not to be confused with shampooing, is the modality of effectively cleansing the scalp and the hair without tangling it. And when you guys check us out on Tuesday, February the 9th, at La Barberia Institute of Hair, we're gonna introduce the barbers to this technique, and we're going to be giving away the Wright comb to Shaw High School. Check that out. So it's going down, all right? So now we have her hair nice and washed. Now we also want to make sure that we get all this soap out. A lot of times, you know, you go to the hair salon or at home, you're in the shower, and we just like to do this, you see? Now, when you do that, you're just taking all that debris and you're just pushing it down. What we want to do is when you do that, keep in mind this. See what's happening? Look at all that sludge and that soap. So when people say, I got my hair washed and it was still itching, and that's because it's not cleansed properly, because we just took all that soap and we just kind of pushed it down. So when you have long hair, a lot of textured hair, you can do that technique, but let's take the time, and you can do this in the shower or at the salon, and let's just lift the hair up and get all the soap out. You see that? So now you're going to have a more effective cleanse and rinse. All right, so that's looking pretty good there. How's that feeling?
Really good.
She said it's feeling really good. Now, I always ask, how does it feel? Because if it doesn't feel good, then that means the hair is not cleansed. So a lot of times people come to the hair salon and their hair is not clean. Now, barbershops are not known for shampooing hair, but I believe all of that is about to change, because barbers don't like cutting hair with, you know, potato chips, you know, oatmeal popping off the scalp, you know. You guys want to get that hair clean, and getting your hair cleansed after you get a haircut. That's also a wonderful option. So I see a lot of barbers are starting to get into cleansing the scalp, because men are always complaining about thinning, and a lot of that has to do with unclean scalp, okay? So we went over how to shampoo the hair, how to wash the hair. I'm gonna raise your head up. Now we're gonna talk about how to shampoo. So there's two differences. Shampoo means massage. Don't cook it up, look it up. I'm telling y'all, traditionally or originally, shampoo meant massage. It's an Indian or a Hindu word, and it was pronounced shampoo. and that meant massage. But remember, massaging is not washing. When you take a bath, you don't massage, you wash. When you put lotion on, you're massaging, you see? So now we have washed her hair. Now we're gonna take some conditioner and we're gonna, just a little. Most people use way too much conditioner. You should only use like a dime to a quarter size amount. Rub it all over like you're putting on lotion. We're gonna put it on the ends of her hair because that's where she needs it the most. Because the ends is where the hair gets, compromised. Combing, the wind blowing, it's hanging out your jackets and your coats, twirling it up. So condition your ends first, and then you're gonna take the residue and comb it through, all right? So now the hair is combing through nice and easily. Now that the hair is nice and clean, now we can begin to what? Shampoo. So here is a really good shampoo. Now her hair is not going to tangle with this shampooing technique because it's clean. She doesn't have any buildup on it. It has the conditioner to help keep the hair from tangling. And so now I can really put all the pressure that I want to. I'm also working out the tangles. And that's why if you have straight hair or short hair and you want to put some shampoo and do that technique, you're not going to have a problem. But if you have textured hair and you start off like that, no. But once the hair is clean, washed, then you come back and you do your shampoo. It's actually, doesn't it feel better, to be honest? So it's like you're getting a whole lot of, juices and berries flowing. And then we're gonna top this off with protein. Now protein, we get a lot of argument on protein. I don't put no protein on my hair. Protein makes your hair hard. Somebody put some protein on my hair and my hair broke off. I've heard so many protein, anti-protein, like anti-vaxxers. That's a pretty heavy conversation. So is your anti-protein. A lot of people, they hate protein. So here's what they don't tell you at the hair salon. Hair is protein. So you need to put protein on the hair. So we're gonna put protein all over, not just on the ends. We're gonna put some protein on the kitchen. We're gonna put some protein around the hairline, the regrowth, the mid-shaft, and the ends. Protein basically boils down to the quality. A lot of people are using, I don't wanna say inferior, because you can buy a good protein for $10, $5. You can buy a good protein for $30. You can buy a good protein for $200. The challenge is the best bang for your buck with what's in the bottle. So good over-the-counter proteins like Infusium, they're good. Men need protein. I think the only people you don't want to use protein are on, children who haven't, reached the age of maturation. Once, the onset of puberty and all of that, you're gonna have to start adding, you're gonna have to change that hair care regimen. Once you start going through menopause, you gotta change. So your hair care regimen has gotta change as you age. A lot of people love to come into the hair salon. Back when I was 25, back when I was 15, when I was 30, it don't matter. It doesn't matter because every 7 years you pretty much get a new head of hair. So that conversation is futile, though the experience is real. I always listen to people before I touch their hair. I got people in the chat can tell you. I don't touch a customer's hair without listening to them. I don't touch their hair without their permission. I never, ever do that. Because even though the science is saying something a little bit different, their experience is very, very, very real. So in our hair salon, that's what we're called reverence. We like to revere our customers and show them reverence by listening to what they have been through. Even though the science doesn't support their belief, they believe in their heart that lady messed my hair up at 15 and now my hair been messed up ever since. No, that's not true, but the experience is real. So we can help them using science to unravel the potentiality of what their hair can do. And that starts off with what? Coming to the hair salon with the hair as clean as possible. And then number two, if you just like, I ain't doing that, I ain't got time for that. Shampoo is the most popular way, but it ain't the only way. You got your pre-cleansers like Scalp Therapy. You got some essential oils used with the carrier oil. You got your sea breeze or your pre-cleansers that you can put on the hair. You can do this right before you come and get in the car and come to the hair salon, comb it out. Your barber would definitely appreciate it. You're gonna see better results, I promise you. And then third, you know, we wanna make sure that you keep the hair clean. And then last but not least, you just gotta change, you know, your thought process around it. That's what my book, What They Don't Tell You at the Hair Salon, is all about, is a cognitive restructuring, because we understand that African Americans primarily have been given, you know, just the shim-sham, you know, about their hair, that it's bad and all, it's difficult to manage. So this is why my event on Tuesday at La Barberia and the gift of combs to the cosmetology students at Shaw High School is really dear to my heart, because people are taking their experiences in hair and they're trying to turn it into science. And you can't do that. You're gonna use the science to help you get through the experience. You can't always resolve it, because if you just holding on to it, you just holding on to it. But that doesn't make it right, because you feel that what happened to your hair when they over-processed you, when they burned you, you know, whatever traumatic experience you had, that doesn't mean that you cannot have the healthy hair, all right? So we're gonna rinse her out, and then I'll just do a little video when I'm done, and you guys will see the finished results. What's up, Danny, in the chat? How you doing out there? Danny know my work. I helped his wife with her hair as well, and I got the husband thumbs up. When the husband likes you, you're a good hairstylist, okay? When the husband says, my wife can, you know you good, all right? So I've got the husband approval on several occasions, okay? All right, guys, I hope you have found this helpful. Don't forget to share. Check out my YouTube channel. That's at Ladosha Wright. Also, check out my Feed Spot Top 25. That's right, Hairstylist Podcast to listen to in 2021. What They Don't Tell You at the Hair Salon. It's on all platforms. You ain't got to do nothing fancy. If you got your Apple, just go to your little podcast thing and just type in, and I'm going to pop up. Listen, and then don't forget to check the book out at L. Wright Books and Amazon.com, Ladosha Wright. And then also, please join us live on Tuesday, February the 9th at 1 o'clock as we give away the right combs and do a wonderful discussion to bring barbers into the scope of hair care using the right products, the right tools, and the right techniques. All right, guys, you know what I say when I'm always signing out. A whole lot of peace, a whole lot of love, and a whole lot of hair. If you ain't got no hair, don't want no hair, can't even grow hair, can't stand hair, you plan on cutting it off, don't worry about it. Just rub your beautiful bald head. Why? Because bald heads are beautiful too. Peace.